Hey everyone, this is Matt Wacek. Welcome back to the channel. Being as there has been so much volatility in terms of the paid traffic landscape in regards to pay-per-call affiliate marketing and lead generation as a whole, we're going to make a shift here in terms of the success that I want to see my students, which is you watching, have in terms of pay-per-call affiliate marketing and lead generation as a whole. Rather than kind of just getting the MVP up there, getting some call-only ads running, if you want to just use this method to really just make some money and use that as data to show to get prospective SEO clients, for example, or paid traffic management clients, that is certainly viable. But the real success that I want to see my students have, because this is something that I am actually doing in the process of, is building a website to get it ready to be sold. If you are brand new to entrepreneurship, or if you're brand new to this concept of building something to sell, there's a very popular book out there called Built to Sell by John Warillo. It's a fantastic book. Highly recommend going over to Amazon, paying the $12 or whatever it is, and learning and knowing and understanding all the concepts in that book. But do not let it stop you from taking action and building out your sites that you need to be building, because every day that you don't have sites online is a day that is delaying being it ranked and getting traffic. But so the goal with Build to Sell and that entire concept, or Built to Sell, is creating a business that can thrive without its owner present for the day-to-day operations. Or in terms of maybe building and selling a website, you don't have to work any more than about 11 hours a week on it, or 10 hours a week. Now that is when the site is actually profitable and kind of growing. In the beginning, you're going to have to put in 30, 50, 60, 70 hours, depending on how big the site is, creating the initial content and getting your PBNs and getting the site ranked and doing all of the groundwork. But once that foundation is laid, over the course of time, it doesn't take that much to maintain it. If you're talking about SEO, if you're running ads, things are a little bit different. But our focus, because there are two different main traffic sources for a lead gen site or pay-per-call site, those two methods are going to be SEO and pay-per-click ads. You can also do pay-per-call ads if you want to do call tracking and use the workaround for that. And so the reason that we're going to choose SEO over paid traffic, because the CPCs for some niches and some locations are absolutely through the roof. I'm never someone to say that it's not possible, but when the cost per click for a niche like water damage restoration in Denver is $450 per click, the affiliate commission payout is only $100, you do the math. It's not profitable. So the best way to go about that is the SEO route, because with PBNs and that sort of stuff, once we have the site ranking, we've built enough authority in our site that we have built out right here, it does not require that much day-to-day effort. Whereas with running ads, there's a lot of things that you have to maintain. So once we have a site that's ranking in the search results, and let's say we're doing about $1,000 a month profit. So that would be about 20 leads at $50 a pop. Again, the numbers vary, but we'll just keep the math simple for this. If you were to head over to a site like empireflippers.com, they are a big marketplace where you can buy and sell different online businesses, everything from e-com stores to lead gen sites, info product sites, whole host of other niches and that sort of stuff. There are other sites out there just like it, such as Flippa is one example, but my choice after kind of going through just the initial process of seeing what needs to all be done in order to achieve an exit of an online business, Empire Flippers was second to none. This isn't a paid endorsement by them by any means, but there were a lot of steps that you have to go through and a lot of just different things within their vetting process that you have to meet in order to be able to sell a website on their marketplace, which means that you can trust that neither the buyer or the seller will get ripped off. If you head over to Flippa, you can see just the difference in how everything's laid out. And not to trash on Flippa by any means, the process with Empire Flippers is a lot better and a lot more thorough. But if you were to head over there and see websites on their marketplace that have sold, you're going to see anywhere between a 15, maybe even 10x on the very, very low end to upwards of 50x. For most lead gen sites, though, you're looking at about 25 to 35 times the monthly profit. So let's say we'll go right in the middle of a 30x profit. So if we have a site that is profiting $1,000, it's doing 20 leads every single month, that means that that site is worth $30,000. And if you're a beginner and you follow the instructions in the course in regards to building out a site the proper way, doing PBNs and being aggressive and working consistently, this is definitely not out of reach by any means. Because again, this is only 20 leads. To do some rough math on this, with 20 leads a month for one site, let's say we can convert 10% of our visitors, that's 200 new visitors a month. And if your site is in the number one spot, you're going to get about 40% of that traffic going to that search result. So 200 site visitors is about 40% of 500. That's going to be keywords that have about 500 searches per month. So that could be from one city, that could be from multiple cities. But again, no, that's with a 10% conversion rate. But this is absolutely doable. And so really what the goal is and what I want you to really lay the foundation for, if you're someone who's brand new to this concept might just sound absolutely bizarre. Why would you want to sell a business that's working for you? But what you can do from maximizing the profits you can get from this website allows you to then start more businesses. For example, if you're someone who likes e-commerce, but you don't have the money to start an e-commerce store, you build one of these sites over the next 6 or 12 months, sell it, take the money from that site and invest it into buying an e-commerce store that's already profitable, and then you can start scaling from there. So what we want to be doing is not only maximizing the profitability of the site, but we want to maximize how much our multiple is of the site. So that would be this 30x here. We want it to be as high as we possibly can. If you go over to Empire Flippers, I know I mentioned this before, but you can look through their marketplace and see other sites that they have sold and see what the multiples were of those sites. What we can do to maximize the multiple, and so of course we'll be including our PBNs and all of that, which again, they are going to carry a little bit of risk. However, there's a way to offset this risk and to further increase the multiple by creating a standard operating procedure. So what does this mean? Basically, it is essentially a big book or PDF documents or videos that you create for the new owner of this website that you're going to be selling them. So you have instructional videos, you have instructional PDFs that explain the process of basically taking all of what you're doing with your sites, your PBNs, your money site, everything else that you're doing, and packaging it up into a book. That way when the buyer takes ownership, everything's laid out for them to continue operating a profitable business and then growing the business from there. Whether they get into other traffic generation methods or whatever, it doesn't really matter because you sold the site, you got your money, and they can move on. That's what you want to be focusing on. It's a little bit more complicated than doing MVP and running ads and kind of just making some money. But when we're looking at a site that you could sell for upper 5, maybe even 6 figures, this additional work is going to absolutely be worth it. So again, as always, if you are not subscribed to the channel, be sure to go down below, smash that subscribe button, hit the bell for notifications so that way you know when the newest content comes live. And if you are interested in checking out the pay-per-call lead gen mastery course, there's a link right down below in the description. And if you do not have the list of the 9 most profitable lead gen and pay-per-call niches, there's a link down below to describe that as well. So with that said, my name is Matt Wacek. Thank you for checking out my channel, and I will see you in the next video.